Hello everybody and welcome back to Donkeyman Gaming, where today we are starting both a new playthrough of Humankind, the first time this has ever been on the channel, but also I'm going to experiment with a little something throughout this playthrough, where I'm going to listen to a different album throughout the entirety of each episode, and if you guys want to suggest something to listen to, I'd love to hear that, and I'll tell you guys what I'm listening to each time. For this first episode, we're just listening to the deluxe edition of I already forget what it's called. It's the new Kid Laroi album, the deluxe edition of The First Time. So, that's pretty long, probably not going to get through the whole thing, but I'm excited to listen. Anyway, let's jump into a new game. Competitors will just keep how they are. I guess a lot of advanced ones. Oh well. World, huge, I like that. This is a good aspect ratio I found. I have custom apparently. Let's go with... Oh, actually, this probably changes based off of what we do down here. So I'm going to leave that custom. I like the chaotic for all of this stuff. Climate will keep it standard. Land percentage, 40% I found good. 4 continents is good. I love having a new world. It adds that little mid-game rush into this new territory. After that's kind of slowed down where you are. Island odds, they're standard. World wrap is on. Hemispheres, we have both hemispheres. There's the seed we're going to be playing with if you guys are interested in playing along. 30 tiles and 150 tiles. Average lake odds by made them big. Many rivers, many cliffs and edges. Steep elevation. You guys can see the rest here. Alright, the pace, I'm kick it down to slow. Just to get the most out of it. Difficulty. I've been playing a lot on Nation recently, but I'm going to bump it down to Metropolis just for the playthrough. Actually, you know what? No. We'll go with Nation. Alright. 4 items. Yep. I have add-ons. Yes, I do. We will just have that set to medium, because that's the closest I can get to normal. Let's jump into it. I'm very excited to have the quote-unquote Civ killer on the channel. We've had a couple Civ playthroughs which have done decently well for me, and it's time to give Humankind its chance. Both Humankind and Civ were in the vote for what is going to be the next playthrough, and Humankind won, which I was not upset about in the slightest. I've been wanting to play this on the channel for a little while. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this stacks up against our Civ playthroughs. And also interesting with the announcement of Civilization 7. To see if Civ 7 takes any of the mechanics that people really loved from Humankind, or at least I've heard people say that they love and that I personally loved from Humankind, and tries to implement it to improve Civ, such as the battles. I love the battle mechanic a lot more than the Civilization one, where it actually gives a little bit more complexity to it and allows for an army to exist as a single unit with diversity of unit types in it, instead of having everything be separate like it is in Civ. But in the end it came down to a very similar unit-on-unit combat, just within these battles, instead of that being the entire war. And this loading screen is taking a while. I do love the art for this game though. I also found it interesting how they, instead of you pick your one culture and that's who you are for the entire game, it evolves, which is something that's very true to history. Cultures evolve. Like, it's not so much as it is in this game as like, oh, you radically changed into a different culture in a moment, but cultures evolve, generally not changing name, but their values would change. Or 2 cultures would combine, such as Anglo-Saxon and Norman, into the English culture, which is just a fascinating thing in and of itself, not to mention the Angles and Saxons had already combined after they came over to Britannia to form the Anglo-Saxons. So, the formation of culture is always a very interesting subject to me, as well as its play in the creation of language. But, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, this loading screen is starting to bug me a little bit. Man, it's taken a while. didn't think my settings were that difficult for the game. Anyway, oh, is it moving? Is it moving? No, it's stopped again. It is stopped again. Oh, there, no. Okay. I would say I'll put a pause in here and come back as soon as it's done loading, but there's a lovely little animation which I don't intend to talk through right after this loading screen, and I don't want to have that, the beginning of that cut out, so we're gonna stick through it, weather the storm, and continue talking about stuff. Like, ooh, I don't know if any of you guys saw the ending of Fights in Tight Spaces. That was, like, I don't know, 2 days ago at this point. And here's the animation. I'll leave you guys to it.
Most of which are about rocks and ice at sub-zero temperatures in a vacuum. Rather boring. However, on a small damp rock, there is a story that bears a second look. It's your story. But the first 4 billion years or so mostly concern amino acids. Not much of a page turner. But then, over time, the amino acids bond together, and things start to get interesting, and a bit drier. A certain subspecies of hominid discovers that you can do more with a sharp rock than annoy your little brother. Tools and weapons are invented. The hominids begin to cooperate. Fire becomes a servant rather than an unpredictable force of nature. They learn to tan the skins of animals for clothing. They learn ways to record and probably exaggerate their adventures. Eventually, these tribes learn to build shelters and immediately hold the first barbecue parties. This is the dawn of humankind. Struggle and cooperation have been rewarded. The Neolithic era draws to a close. The whole world beckons. This tribe has come far, but the rest of their story is your story. You are the one who will build them into a great civilization. How far will you push humankind? The race begins.
Hopefully very far.
World, a new history,
and welcome to the Neolithic era.
There is so much to see, to do, to learn, or, depending on one's preferences, to destroy.
One thing I do love about this game as well is their inclusion of eras that I think was much better represented than Civ's attempt at it, which is entirely based along the tech tree. Whereas this has you trying to, you have to have your achievements progress throughout eras in order to progress to the next era. So one civilization could be very far ahead simply because they are progressing well in certain areas, but not necessarily technologically, which is a very interesting idea to me. But I could see... Oh, okay. Let me go explore, please. I keep picking these up, and I'm very happy to help me towards my science star. But, I would appreciate exploration, too. Some food would also be lovely. Okay, well, stop tempting me. Ah, boy. Good news is we're going to pick up quite a bit of influence from this and hopefully be able to get us outpost down very quickly. Alright. Stories in the stars. On countless nights after the fires have been dimmed to embers, many of the tribe raised their eyes to the heavens, mesmerized by the vast ocean of stars. Some have noticed recurring patterns amongst the bright stars, and in these shapes they imagined the forms of heroes and beasts, stories of their adventures, their victories, and their defeats are flourishing. Myths can be born here, you realize, once have the power to shape the tribe. What themes will you encourage? Do we take the 20 food? Do we take 20 influence? Or do we gain combat strength? I think right now, honestly, the food is going to be the best thing, because we have not gained that much food, and we need to do that quickly. Okay, stop it. I like it, but stop it. They're just handing me science and nothing else. Okay. This is actually kind of insane. I've never seen this before where it just keeps spawning science right behind me. Okay, we can start moving. No, no way. Well, we have our knowledge star. Now, that gives us a learned legacy. You stand at a crossroads. For many moons, the tribe is trekked in the wilderness, slowly, tortuously learning nature's secrets. They have discovered how materials hidden in the deep places and in plain sight might be fashioned to the tribe's advantage, and how the shift of skies and seasons brings powerful cycles of change. Now you must decide in what domain the tribe will truly sharpen its knowledge for the ages to come. Will you be renowned as makers or observers? So do we want industry or do we want science? I say we take Waddle and Daub here. That industry is incredibly powerful. And we're just going to say remind me later. Yeah, we would like to pick up an extra star or two before we advance. Alright, the game. We are apparently just super scientifically advanced, and we have an event. The seeds of an idea. Domestication or food on... Well, this is... Is this permanent? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Alright. Let's take that. Yesterday, the tribe came across a vast tract of wild grain, the stalks swaying in the breeze like the wind playing over golden waters. The ground-down grain could feed the tribe twice over, but one of the tribal elders has another idea. Instead of pounding the seeds into flour, she suggests planting half of them so that the grasses may return next summer. It's a curious idea, at odds with the nomadic life, but perhaps a harbinger of the future. What should you do? We're gonna grind it. Alright. If that wasn't just a permanent modifier, I'll be very sad. Alright. Finally, some food. Please just give us 10. Please give us 10. It only gave us 5. Alright. And would you look at that? More science. Let's run over there and grab that too. Wow, we're already up to 11 influence. Luckily, next time we find some food, we will grow. It's guaranteed. We just need to find some now. Which apparently is going to prove to be slightly difficult. This is an interesting... It is an interesting map shape, which is why I like the chaotic, but it is also being slightly annoying. I'm also noticing not a lot of rivers in this area, which is slightly unfortunate. Wow, okay. Just give me some food, man. Is there just no food in this area? There we go. Thank you. Some food. Alright, we're gonna grab these guys. Split them off. Ah, perfect. Go grab this science. And position ourselves up here. These guys are going to...
It's one of those moments that make you feel like a small thing on a wondrous planet.
Wonderful. We discovered the Monumental Valley. Alright. And another event. The World of Flame. We'll take the refugees. And these guys are going to head down to there. Ah, there's some different terrain. It's interesting. Alright, these guys are going to engage in combat. Hello. Okay, we'll come back to you. Apparently you don't want to work. You can head down to here, pick up this science. These guys are going to go over there and pick up that science. And you guys can head back up towards there. You guys are going to attack here. Do a manual battle. And we'll stand back here in the forest. Okay, we will end the round here. Get our defensive bonus and let it charge us. Good. Alright, once again, take our defensive bonus and let it charge us. Unfortunately, we're not getting the high ground bonus, which I would love to have gotten, but such is the way of life. And can't quite kill it. Alright, we'll take the defensive bonus and hope it kills itself on us. Not quite. Alright, we'll have to finish off next time. Alright. The Monumental Valley. +3 industry. Very nice. Alright, you guys are going to go ahead and finish him off. Yeah. Do a manual battle here. Place here. End our deployment. We'll, take these guys, move them up to here, and end the round. It is trying to run. Alright. Go to here. And attack from uphill. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. These guys can begin to head down towards here. And then continue their journey southward. I want to pick up at least one more star before we progress. And these guys are going to start to head up this way. Yeah. Perfect. End our turn there. He's wandered off onto that tile. Okay, we're going to head up here. And then attack these guys. Manual battle, end deployment, end round. And he should come over and charge us. Good. 48, that's a nice first hit. Having that height advantage really does make a massive difference. End it again, get our defensive bonus. He's charging uphill, and we can finish him off in this final round. Alright, you guys just go ahead and finish him off. Perfect. Another successful hunt. Alright, these guys are going to hop onto the river, and that's the end of their turn. And these guys can continue to explore into this direction. Ah, perfect, more food. End our turn there. Everyone else is advancing, I know. But we are going to get a bunch more stars. We're currently in second place, even though we have not yet advanced. So, that's good. Alright, you guys. Go ahead and pick up the food. And I like having both the horses and the copper. And that's not really the best. 8 and 10. 10 and 8 is pretty good. It's good to have a little bit of a balance in these cities, I found. I mean, there's also a 10 and 8. We'd want to get an outpost up here pretty quick, though. But actually, I do think that this is going to be a good place for us to put down our first settlement. We'll go over here, grab some food. 15, very nice. Go down to here. And we'll try and get that event first. Lost Souls. We'll grab Swift, because if I recall correctly, this is going to involve people dying, which I am not looking for. And you guys can now initiate a combat here. Do a manual battle. Deploy over here. End our deployment. And end our round in defensive stance. And looks like, yeah, perfect. He's going onto the river, which will weaken him. Good. That's one attack down. We'll do another attack down. Moved off the river. Unfortunate, but still acceptable. Or actually, no, I think that... Yeah, that is counting as a river tile. Good. And we'll take him out. Perfect. That'll give us some food. And some... Yeah. and another one towards that star. These guys are going to take the food. Remind me later. And continue to head south over here. And we are not, in fact, going to attack a bunch of mammoths. Shocking, I know. Alright, end our turn here. We have not yet encountered anyone, which is a good thing, I'd say, at this point in the game. You guys can continue to head south. Alright, that's a nice open expanse. We'll go to here for now, and then you guys can skip your turn. You're gonna come over here to this food, and hope for freshwater berries. Nuts. And we'll hop on this river system, and end our turn there. Alright. And perfect, this guy did exactly what I wanted him to, and moved directly below us. We'll do a manual battle here, and our deployment on top of the hill. And we'll take our defensive bonus. And yeah, they're charging straight up at us. Good. Alright. Let's take one more with the defensive bonus. They're going to come up, hit us again, lose a ton of health, where we don't lose nearly as much, and we'll rush down and finish him off. Perfect. Oh, there we go. Perfect. There we go. Perfect. I say that a lot, apparently. I'm going to ignore that encampment and continue our exploration down this way. There's some more copper down here. That is interesting. No more food, though, which is unfortunate. There's some food over here, though, so we'll pick that up. And we are establishing our first outpost. We've grown another one here, so we are going to split you off and start sending you up this way. And these guys are going to head over to there. And we'll end our turn like that. Perfect. You can continue to explore down to this direction. Apparently we collected a curiosity. There's hardwood there. There's another sanctuary. Unfortunately it's mammoths. These guys are going to pick up the ancient encampment, then go over and grab the food. Very nice. And these guys are going to get split off to head into this direction. These guys, yep, just keep moving that way. And these guys are going to head down to here. And then we'll head to here. Yeah, perfect. Alright. We seem pretty isolated right now, which scares me because... Oh, I was going to say their people are most likely up here, but... apparently we have found someone. Alright. You can continue to head down this way. Some more food, pick that up. Wild berries, alright. You are over here, good. Head up towards there.
Not everything worth appreciating was forged by human hands.
Very nice. And, yeah, you're out of movement. Good. You... Alright, well, there's nothing else down here, so I guess start heading back up that way. We're getting a ton. An absolute ton of, influence in science, which is great. And we discovered a forest. Yeah, there it is. Alright. You're going to attempt to establish an outpost up here. And I'm liking that 10-8. Yeah, anything better? Not really that I can see. 11-4. We'll establish it here. And, ooh, that's not great. Bountiful. We'll take bountiful. Good. End our turn here. Alright. These guys I'm going to push up towards there. Just to get vision on this whole area. They still have movement left, eh? Go and grab that. Perfect. And you're going to start making your way over to there. These guys are going to head down into this territory. Let's find out some more about our friends to the south here. They have scouts. Look like they took an Asian culture. Very interesting. Alright. These guys can head up to there. These guys can head down to here. We might be forced to advance soon, but we are so close to getting another star. Just go up to there. You guys can begin heading back down south. Good. Alright. You're gonna push down to there. Yeah, it looks like Korean. If I had to take a guess, I don't actually remember what all the cultures are. We're gonna push up towards here. They could attack us next turn, and if so, we are pretty screwed. But we have people exploring all around. Oh, you're gonna go grab that, and then begin your trek back south. You guys have more movement. I guess head back this way so we can head up next turn. And you see some food. Alright, go grab it. Good. Alright, that's good. There's some food here. They seem content just exploring for now. Alright, you guys push up to here. And then get onto the river. Go grab that food. We only need 2 more population, so every tiny little bit of food will help.
You have built a first outpost.
Perfect.
Adding another territory to your empire. I know you're hoping this is the beginning of something very, very big.
You can go pick up that. And you guys are going to explore this area a little bit more, hoping to find some food. There's some science. No food, though. Another encampment. We've made 44 out of the 15 needed. That is insane. Come on. We just need 1 more population. Just 1 more. Alright, you found some more science. Good. Go back up onto the river. You guys are going to... can't go up there, so I guess continue pushing out to here. There's some Koreans, alright, who are on lower health, interestingly enough. You are kind of forced onto that river, and there's some food, but you can't grow a population on that one, unfortunately. You're going to push down towards here, looking for food again. You can pick up that science, and then head back down towards here. Ferocious, alright, decorate, or we'll take this, and good, there's our growth star. Another event. We are going to grab farmers. Perfect. And after this, we're going to advance. Which civilization do we want? Zhao is gone. Actually, that's probably what they are. They're probably Zhao. Alright. Phoenicians are left. Assyrians, Harpians, Sumerians. That's interesting. Healers, ceremonial plazas. Alright. Venut, yeah. +1 food, +1 on everything. That's really good. Attach per remain. That's good. +5 leverage against all known empires when that's built. Interesting. The Assyrians, of course. +1 land movement on you. +5 combat strength when ransacking. Alright. Harpians are more food on dry grass, which we have a lot of. And the canal network could be good. Is considered a river. You know, I think we go with the Harpians. More food. Yeah. We are going to become Harpians. Confirm.
The challenges of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors when they have the wheel and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay. While the Harappans certainly had markets, they left few remains. Please show us what they might have done.
Will do. But that is going to have to come next time, after the game decides to unfreeze, so I can save. Well, I guess now is as good of a time as ever for an outro. Oh, good. Did not crash. Alright, first aid can be founded. Perfect. And we've met the Zao. Down there is a point of interest, apparently. Alright, and we will come back to this next time. I am going to start by saying, love the album. It's very good. I've got to hear all the new songs throughout this episode, and I really like them. I have heard the first time before, when it originally came out, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, I've enjoyed the edition from Deluxe. So, make sure to check that out, and then make sure to subscribe. We are doing a subscriber challenge. If we hit 250 by the end of August, I'm going to face reveal. And like, that means the world to me, and comment below if you have any advice, because I will admit, I'm not the best in the world at this game. So thank you guys all so very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.